Alright guys, well I'm super excited to show you the Vaterra. It still has not been run yet. I haven't even plugged it in yet. I wanted to save that for you guys so you get experiences with me. I suppose I should probably take off the plastic here. Alright, here we go. We're outside, so we want to make sure to keep any trash and pack it away. So now the next step we're going to need to do is turn on our transmitter. Step 1. Step 2, check your trims to make sure that your throttle isn't on full trim by accident when you plug it in. Next step is going to be to take off the body and then plug it in, turn it on. Now what I'm going to recommend anytime you start a new vehicle, or really anytime you start any car, I recommend, if you're not too familiar with it, to make sure that if it does start going, you have control. So in this case, what I'm going to do, I am going to plug it in while it's on my lap. That way, if it does start going, I have control of it. I don't expect that to happen, but it has happened in the past, so I want to save you the trouble. Plug it in, hold on to it, turn the switch on. I hear 2 beeps. That means we're running a 2-cell battery pack. If you hear 3 beeps, it means you're running a 3-cell battery pack. That's pretty much the standard for most RC cars. Now, let's throw the body back on. I don't think I got that back on. Oh, I got it in there right the first time. Woo! And put your pins back in. Now, these body pins, there are a lot of these different types of body clips. These black ones, it's nice they give you body clips, but I'd recommend getting different body clips. They have body clips that have little rubber bands on them in case you drop them in the woods. You just want to be able to find them, and having a black body clip kind of blends into the ground, so you don't want that. Now let's see if everything works. Turning, check. Although the servo's a little bit slow. Reverse, check. Forward, check. Now what about the brake? How does the brake work? Ooh, brake works really well. This is going to be great for crawling. Let's do our first hill climb down. See how slow we can go. So that's with me not on the throttle or the brake, it's just letting it roll. There we go, a little bit of throttle. And down she goes. Now I like that approach and departure angles, those are pretty cool. When you hear about approach and departure angles, those mean the angle of attack on the front and back. So this is your approach angle when you approach the object, and this would be your departure angle. So in this case, we go up against the rock, your approach angle is steep enough that it's going to clear the rock. And the same thing in the back, the approach angle is really steep in the back of this vehicle, or the departure angle, excuse me. So approach angle, departure angle. Approach angle, departure angle. Now, let's see if we can go straight up this bad boy. It does have a little bit of whine to the ESC. I don't know. Wow, yeah, it's making it up. Those tires are pretty awesome. I think I really like this truck so far. Okay, so this particular climb is pretty steep on the right. This will just get us straight vertical, which that's not going to do us any good. We'll just flip over. So we'll get up, and if I were to go any further, it would just roll the truck over. So that's not any good. Now, if you go to the left, there's a lot of dirt over there. It's going to be slippery, but the angle's pretty conducive to be able to climb up it. A more difficult approach might be straddling it from the right. So we'll try that first. Man, I really like how this has really good throttle control. I think it's probably going to want to roll. Now, if your vehicle goes to roll, backward, just hit reverse really quick and it'll bring you right back where you want to be. Just like that. So that angle, I could probably work on that and get that to work, but for purposes of this video, which is just to demonstrate the capability. See, now this is where the longer wheelbase would be kind of nice. Because with the SCX10 I can go up this, and by the time my rear tires hit that vertical incline, my front tires were already over the second incline. So let's see if we can get this to work for us, shall we? There we go. Perfect. That is awesome bump crawling. Now if I want to adjust the way this handles concerning the throttle control, I may be able to make that adjustment by binding this to a different spectrum receiver, maybe like a DX4C. I have one of those. I may end up doing that, so then I could set my dual rates, and I'll go into that. If I go ahead and bind this to the Spectrum DX4C, I'll explain to you what all the settings are, the dual rates, and how to, what that means and how to set it up. To assist in having a better experience outside. After all, that's what we're going for, right? We just want to have a good time. I'm going to show you a bump. So right when the tires are at about this point, right before the back tires get close to the initial ascension, we're going to give it some throttle, and then a couple milliseconds after the back tires hit the rock, we're going to let go of the throttle. See that? That's perfect. So what we don't want to do is hold full throttle after the back tires hit the rock. We just kind of want to let go a little bit, maintain a little bit of forward thrust to keep you from rolling backward, and then it'll allow you to continue your path up the rock. Woohoo! It's definitely not a bad rig at all. It's kind of fun. I really like these approach angles. These are awesome. This departure angle is going to be fantastic once this back end drops into that rock. Boom, look at how much clearance we have there. That is wonderful. Two things I wish they would have done a little differently, or maybe a little better. I wish a few different things. I wish the brake was a little stronger. This isn't a very steep hill for the truck to roll on its own. That might have to do with gearing. So I don't like that aspect of it. I really wish the steering was a little bit faster and the throttle control was a little more accurate. And with any crawl that you do, it's all about throttle control and taking your time, not getting stressed. Just allow the truck to go where it wants to go. If you find it doing something you don't want it to, just release the throttle enough to stop the truck. After that, you can determine what you need to do. Here's a tip for going downhill. It's really tempting just to allow it to go full throttle down a hill, but if you do that, you kind of lose any potential control you may need. For example, going down this hill, if I were to go quickly and it were to go end over end, I wouldn't have any more throttle to pull me out of it. But in this case, if I go slower, when it starts to tip over, I could just hit more throttle and it brings me right back where I want to be.